the corner. All right, y'all, welcome back. Here in the garage, and I actually cleaned it. I actually cleaned the boat off. Don't get your hopes up that I'll actually use it this year, but it's completely cleaned off, so I can at least move it to storage at some point in the future. But we're gonna do a little bit more work on the van. We're gonna try to put up some more curtains on the side doors and on the rear doors. I've been using magnets to hold those up, but I've got an idea using this bungee cord, and we'll see if we can make that work. And then I do also have another roll of screen because one of the back windows, the screen wasn't cut big enough. It was all I had left out of the one roll. And then we've got some magnetic tape. This was sent in, and we're gonna give this a shot. We'll see how much we can put around. I don't know if I've got enough. So we'll probably start with the small window and then go to the back windows, leave the big side window for last on the door that I use the most anyways. So, but whatever. Let's get to work. Well, y'all, it is a windy day. Actually, very windy. Doesn't feel bad because it's almost 90 degrees. So, if you can see, this is the side door. I've got the side door open. It's probably gonna be hard to see with the light back there. So the side door, figured out a way to hang it across this. And my thought is I can take this bungee cord that I have here and I can tuck an end under here under the plastic, because this will all come down. I can run it from here, keep it really tight, run it along this edge here, and then same thing, just stick it right into this gap. I know that's not the most beautiful thing, but we're gonna see how simple we could do this. The rear is gonna be a little bit more difficult because those panels aren't removable, but I've got a good idea. So we're gonna start with that. I think this should be pretty simple. Just need a screwdriver. Well, it should work. I gotta take this back piece down to get the front ones out. That front panel out. That wood piece off. There's a couple more screws that hold the bottom of this plastic panel in. We've got our air hose attached. Try not to tear that. As far as I know, this one I think should just pull out. I haven't tried to remove this one, although I guess I don't need to over here. I have access back here. It's kind of up here is where I guess I could maybe just shove her in there really good, although I don't know about that. Just got this stuff here. Probably need to grab a scissors. So this is just a big roll of bungee cord. I use this for some stuff in the truck. I should be able to make this work. I only need about that much. I don't have my pocket knife on me. Dang old dang. I think I had grabbed the scissors, I thought. Close enough. All right. I grabbed some wire so I can fish it through this hole over here. What I'm going to do on the side here, I'm going to fish that wire through this seatbelt hole and bring it out the front, or vice versa, and then I'll tie this around there and it'll come out this way, so it'll be held on this side by that. And then back here where it'll come through. It is tight enough that if I had a double knot in there, I don't think it would come out. I took all my seat stuff. This is where the other seat belt bolted in. I took all those bolts to the storage unit, so I don't have one that sticks in there. Otherwise, I'd just wrap it around that. But I think if I just tuck it in between, I do think it'll be fine, because there's really nothing else for me to do up there. And it's like this piece wraps all the way in. There's a screw right here. I don't know. But that's what we're gonna try there. So let's get working on that front thing. See if I can get this through here. Not too much effort. Got it. How to attach this appropriately so it doesn't fall off. I don't know. Maybe I can just shove this through by hand. As easy as that was. I didn't realize how far I could get my fingers up there, but wind is just whipping. There we go, I got it. Now this can be really tight on here. So not only is this easy, should be easy enough, I'm speaking before I'm done, you don't need a bunch of tools to fix it on the road if you're trying to do this on the cheap. Got some ideas for how I could put curtains on the doors themselves, but then I'm also thinking about the screens and stuff, and how I'd like to do that is just, it's more of a winter project thing. But this, get that all the way up in there. There we go. Leave it on that side. Well, as far as this back one goes, I am just gonna have to like knot it, stick it in there. I'm a genius, and I felt so good because I cleaned my garage. And of course, now I don't have the nuts and bolts that I need. They're, 45-minute, 10-hour round trip away. So we'll just see if this works. It's the same set of curtains that I have for all the other windows. Damn box. Yeah, it's all the right stuff. Now let me shove this all through here in the wind with a floppy noodle. Just kind of let it fall through and don't force it, I guess. Alright, so kind of cheat here. I do not have that bolt, but this is the biggest one that I have here. So as you can see, it's not going to come out. I got a couple of things that got to go to the storage unit, so I'll have to get the bigger bolt, but that works, dude. I'm going to put this back together and show you. Yeah, it'll be like 10 minutes to put that on or swap that out or whatever, but yeah. Let me show you what I got going. All right, there's the back one. It's got this fluff on the outside, so you can kind of get her set in there nice. There you go, you got a curtain there. I guess you could do that to keep it from flopping around, but I can put some little ties on it. But you can close her up just like the side ones, although I got all this put back up and I realized I need that down to do the back one, so I gotta take all that down again. But there's the side ones. Ooh, is that not long enough? Hold on. Got this door bungeed open. Oh no, that's fine. So you can kind of see through it on camera. It's definitely darker in person. I do have some of those magnets, so if I need to like hold it up against there for now, I will, but these will get trimmed, or like I said, we'll put different curtains up. But there's your like 15-minute no drilling, no nothing hack. And you could add a little something to hold this up. Like I could put a zip tie on it right there if I needed to. I might do that, but that will make it about perfect. Yeah, there you go, dude. Super simple. Super simple. Well, we got that. We've got both sides down. So I've got these down again. I may have shown this, but so you can see there's cutouts for where you can put different lights or vents inside of here. There's screws, so these pieces are also removable, if you can see that. So I know a lot of you guys are wanting better lighting. I'm trying to figure out a way to do it in here without just like having these really super bright lights. So if you could somehow add some in there, you could also add them to like the outside panel here, so they shine out this way instead of just straight down. But you got to go through the inside, so that means running a bunch of wiring and whatnot. We'll get to that at some point. I just noticed that there's just dead wiring right there. I don't know what that's for or hooked into even. So I can try with that, but what we're gonna do back here is we're just gonna kind of tie knots like we were gonna do over here in the first place, and then we'll slide them up under here. And it is a little bit flexible, but once you get everything else stuck in here, this covers all the way to the back here. It holds it rigid, and then that rope will come out right here and run along the back from all one side to the other, and it should work fine. So UPS guys jamming. Bro, you're gonna give me a copyright strike. I think the knot and that loop will be enough to keep it from pulling through, since this, I don't think this is going to be super tight in there. You can obviously make it tighter, but this will be easiest, like no tool, no drill. I guess you need a screwdriver to take everything off, but there you go. Like I said, I can use a magnet to close them tighter if I need to, up against the back, but you can just shove them on over into the corner. This might get pushed back a little farther. You kind of wished it was like held in the middle, but I don't know. We'll see. We're just gonna put the sides and stuff back up. Looks a lot brighter here. That's without any exposure adjustment. It's really not bad. And I do like that during the day I can actually still, like with all the curtains closed, it's enough for me to be able to see out, but there's no way you would be able to see inside. The back ones could actually be a little bit wider, surprisingly. But it'll work absolutely fine. And if I need to hold them up against the door, I can with some magnets, but it doesn't bother me that they don't. Yeah, curtains all around. I like that. It'll be easy, way easier to just close it up at night for sleeping. And then you can get in and out without worrying about like your magnets falling off or whatever. But I gotta get everything opened back up. It's like 90 degrees out. All right, screen stuff, that's all taken care of. So we're gonna try to do our screens. I've got all my pieces of folded up screen that I had cut previously. I think this would be the little one. Yep. Might have been easier to do this before I stuck this curtain up here, but it's all right. I think the easiest way to do this is going to be to, this is cut well enough, I'm going to put the magnets on the door. We'll just stick these magnets on here where we want them to be, and then we'll peel this stuff off, and then I think we'll attach the screen. That way everything runs in the right spot. Probably would have been better to have a razor blade, but that worked. And I guess get them as straight as you want them. There's this little gap right here. We're just going to run this right over the top of it, I think. This one's there long. Yeah, I'm glad I stuck this on here like this so it takes the curve of everything here. Yeah, this should work all right. Okay. Find the square edge, which would be this one. We're going to start at the bottom, and we'll just work our way up.
it works. Trim this top piece. And we've got a nice just screen to stick on and off. I know it's probably hard for you guys to see that with the backlighting. I don't know if I'll be able to keep the screen on with this closed. Suppose, yeah, it hangs all right. It's not attached on the bottom, but I guess I could potentially leave this up all the time. But with that open, it doesn't get in the way. The magnets are strong enough. I feel like I could have made that screen just a hair wider, but it fits. Fits just fine. There we go. I'm going to work on the other windows. We'll see what I can get done with the amount of tape that I have left. I do have 2 rolls, but I'll see if I can knock the other ones out quick. Alright, there we have it. Screens on all the windows, front and rear. I know it's like hard for you guys to see those, but here you go. Fully magnetic screens all the way around. They fit very well. They look all right. I mean, I'll probably just leave them up there all the time. You can reach in, close the window, and then it's going to bulge out a little bit on the bottom, but it can ride just like that because I'm not going to be riding around with the, well, I might try riding with these open. We'll see how that goes. But we've got our screens open. Bada bing, bada boom. We've got our curtains all around. Same in the back here. Bada bing, bada boom. Looking good. Go ahead and see what this looks like from the outside. You can't see in there at all, obviously. Can't even really tell if there's curtains because the screens reflect so much of the light from the outside. I'll probably just leave those curtains closed anyways. Keep the sun off everything. Close the windows though. Oop. Alright, so on the rear ones, there's enough play in the screen since it's a bigger window that doesn't push everything out, and it still seals on the bottom, but it's not like that really matters with the windows closed. Looks a little nicer, I guess. Yeah, we'll just leave those closed for now. Good to go. Like I said, I do have these little magnets down here. So if I want to like hold this against the window frame at night to keep it a little tighter along the bottom edge or whatever, there you go. Works just fine. And I'll probably trim these up. It'd be nice to go right above the handle probably. We'll see. But they work just fine. Bada bing, bada boom. And it's hot in here. I do have some screen material left. but it was just enough magnetic tape to get this job done. So we could potentially do the driver and passenger side front windows at some point, but for now we've got a lot more airflow with screens and with curtains, and it's come along nicely. Yes, very, very cheap and simple, but it's something that anybody can do with the screwdriver and some of that bungee material. This was directly off the shelf. You can buy rolls of that bungee material at your hardware stores, and we're up. No drilling, no nonsense, no mounting anything, just stuck it up there. But hope you guys enjoyed it. Stay tuned for the next adventure. I'll see you in a bit.